judge a battle one-on-one. What's going on? What's going on, people? Time limits. Time limits. What do you do with time limits? Once again, man, we're trying to make this thing a sport, man. Make this thing more objective so we can get out of the phase of not knowing what's going on in our sport. Figuring out a way how to objectively give these guys a win or a loss.
A dog is following me.
I'm live. Bring your socket. Put your other sock on. Shh. Close the door.
What is there something?
Put your other sock on. Close the door. Objectively give these guys wins and losses, y'all. And
Daddy, if I have ramen,
help me out. Y'all know what we do.
if I have ramen,
For what?
ramen, I have ramen.
Noodles and noodles?
Yeah.
Yes. If they give it to you, who's making it?
A good Caleb?
He asked me, he said, ask your daddy?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay. How are you?
Close the door.
Okay.
Let's see what Big T got to say about this, y'all. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Battle rap is life. We need y'all opinions, y'all. We need y'all help. I know y'all tired of just watching the battles and not knowing what's going on. I know y'all are. You have to. See, let Big T talk.
Real quick, right? You mentioned the time thing. I don't know if you've been seeing Verb and Swamp, like they've been having like a whole spaces back and forth, this, that, and the third. And the discrepancy with Verb is basically the time thing and the cheating thing. And you being a vet, you being in the game for this long, what's your perception on that as far as, you know, the time difference when you're battling your opponent? Like, is that cheating when he goes over the time? Is it strategy? Is it a part of the art of war? Like you being an elder statesman in the game, is this something that's been going on, or is this the first time you're seeing it? Like, what's your mindset on this whole time issue?
I feel like a lot of my career was affected by time. If you remember, like back in URL, we had the 3-minute clock. It was the big
Okay.
Yeah, 3-minute clock, man. That clock,
Which is the standard. 3 minutes, by the way, is the standard. We would like for them to announce how many minutes is being, you know what I'm saying, how many minutes the battles or the rounds are, for we can have a better feel of how to judge the battle. Unlimited rounds, that's still at least telling us what's going on. It's unlimited. So,
he ain't go. And you stop. They took that clock off after me and Hollow battle. See, me and Hollow did a 3-minute rounds. On time. Round 1 I go, round 1 he go. Round 1 I go, round 2 he go. Murder Mook came out of nowhere, drunk as hell. Like, smack. Come on, man, they going too crazy. What's a 3-minute clock, man? Let them niggas back. You feel me? But at this time, I can't look like no chump. Like, nah, man, we can't do no overtime. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, let's rock. But I'm letting Hollow the Don go second in 3 minutes. And now that's why that third round looked like he just took off on me.
Gotcha.
Smacking them never showed the in-between where it was attacking the game. So I this lost for years like this. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
I felt it at a young age. It worked against me. It was kind of reversed. Hollow was the older nigga, and I was the young boy. So it kind of worked against him, worked for him in that way. But yeah. So timing is a thing. It's a cheating thing if you know how to do it right. And then if you an older battler, you're not going to write 10 minutes for no new guy.
Exactly.
And only way somebody getting in that bag new dude if this just what they own. Like, you know, I'm just a fact. Like, Disaster raps long no matter what. He don't care who he's battling. He's gonna rap a 5-minute round. Disaster. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like that, but like, all right, let's say with Swamp and Bird, this was a time battle for some money.
I mean, they were contracted for a certain time. I don't think they were like. I don't know if they betted or had money on the line. I'm not 100% sure. But I know Bird was upset about him going over time.
Yeah. You can be upset because it's not fair. Because no matter what, it looks like you're crying. And if y'all contracted to this, the newer guy wants to kill me, so he's gonna write for 6 minutes. He's packing his rhymes. Just so it could look like he rapping longer than me and look like he going crazy to me. But he really so it is kind of funny. It is kind of cheap. It is. Cause rap is really on time. Like only battles that shouldn't be timed is street battles. Like we outside on the street, so it's like go to what you know. But if we in the venue, it's a clock. You got what event don't got a clock?
Yeah.
But even comedy got clocks. They gotta get off the stage in 15 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Everything got a clock, and I feel like battle rap should have a clock. It should be a time guy there that should stop somebody after they rapping too long. You gotta keep it in the confines of lyrical, you know what I'm saying? Keep it in some type of confines. Because some niggas can rap 6 minutes in the third round and forget that my third round was poking for 3 minutes condensed.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
I could be wrong, but it sounded like he was trying to say you have to keep it within a distance where it's able to judge. That is no advantages. Because like I said, if this time limit is 3 minutes, right? And with a 30-second grace period, and Swamp rap 3:30 and Bird rap 2:15, so he rap a little bit under. It is 3 minutes, so 10 seconds, that's going short, but that's not enough to take off. So he's good, he can rap 2:15. 2:15 and 3:50 is still a disparity, still a large distance. Like, yeah, this person could have the advantage because a lot more points that he's able to add up. That's a long distance. So, but it's still within the time limit. So when you go outside the time limit, then it's harder. That's not fair. It becomes cheating. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. It should definitely be a strict time limit. You can give them grace periods, but can't go outside the grace.
And got a cheer at the end, he will feel like he won that round.
No.
So
You know what's funny? I was just judging in New York at a Verbal Warzone event over the last weekend. And I'm a judge, right? And there's 2 battles that's going crazy.
Salute the knowledge. This knowledge, the guy, hip hop is real. Salute to him. I met him. He seemed like a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He's about to tell us an instance when he's been a judge. So let's hear it.
And one of them did exactly that. He rapped a lot longer. And they both was fire, but you know, the other guy might have been a little more creative. He might have been a little better, but his rounds just wasn't as long. It's not that it was short, it was on time. It was the time that it was supposed to be.
2 mistakes. If you're a judge, you shouldn't be saying mics. What you mean, mic? Stand on whatever you believe. Whatever you're going, how you see it, by this criteria, stand on it. What you mean, mic? Maybe the first guy was better than the second guy, huh? But the second guy rapped longer, so I'm gonna give it to the second guy. What do you mean, maybe? Because right there is making it like, you're not explaining to me how the other guy, one guy won over the other. That's what the criteria is for. So explain to us what you mean by maybe. What do you mean maybe? Just say that this guy was better, he just had shorter rounds. That's it. That's all you got to say. And then you won't be seeing like you being biased or shaky in your judgment. Go off the criteria, but it's not his fault because he don't got an overall criteria that we use. But knowledge don't know that. So he just go off his whatever criteria he got in his brain like every other fan do, which making the sport stupid. We shouldn't do that. No other sport do that. We should have a criteria that all of us go off. You know what I'm saying?
But as a judge, I'm not really thinking about the time. I'm really just thinking about how, because I'm not putting that into consideration. Because I'm not really thinking about, this is the time. I'm just watching the battle. Yeah. So when homie goes off, I'm not gonna lie, I end up edging the other homie who went longer to battle.
For sure.
So now the crowd is upset. Like people like, yo, but homie had better rhymes. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, bro, put in more work. He went crazy. He doubled, you know what I mean? And so then I get it. I'm like, damn, especially in the tournament, that kind of is like, damn, he kind of stole that battle because he was able to go longer.
Yes.
I hope you learned from that knowledge. If you're watching this or if you ever run across this, sir, use the ranking scale. You know who the rankings is. I have a criteria that's very simple for all of us to use, or at least to start off with. I use it myself. It's not biased. No, I have to go by to get rid of our subjective bias opinions. We have to go by objective rule book criteria. So I have to let go of my biasness too and go by the criteria to try to make the judgment fair, y'all. A fair judgment, unless y'all don't care. And I know a lot of y'all in battle rap don't care about nothing. I can just tell. Just like where the low of the lows go. But I know a lot of y'all do care about fairness. No, we don't. We're not here for competition rankings. We're here for entertainment, right?
It's a mind trick thing. Everybody's attention span is so short. Only thing they can remember is he went long.
Now with the discrepancy with Swamp and Verb, with them going at it and stuff like that, you see Verb, he really not feeling it. But a lot of people are saying like, hey, you should have kind of known that. You've been hazing him for all this time. You should have known he was going to try to do whatever to try to kill you or come out with the perception that he won to the culture. You know what I'm saying? And as a vet, you kind of should be ready for that.
Only in battle rap you can say that. Because in any other sport, imagine if they say, see, David Haney, you should have known that Ryan Garcia was going to cheat. You should have known. He'd do anything just to beat you. So you should have prepared for that. And then how do I prepare for that? Other than cheat too. So that's stupid to say to an actual athlete or anybody that's in competition or sports. You sound stupid. He cheated. But in battle rap, you can say things like that. Knowledge asks that dumb question. And it actually, he's not lying. Fans are saying that. Fans saying that, saying stupid stuff like that. It doesn't matter, he cheated. Why should I expect him to cheat? Even if I did expect him to cheat, what I'm gonna do about that? Hope that y'all catch him cheating. Highlight it? Like what? Battle rap is so retarded. They say dumb questions like that and fans say stupid stuff like that. This is a competition, this is a sport. What are y'all talking about? Can't go over time limit. That's just not part of that's part of the rules, y'all. The unwritten rules, even though I got them written down. I literally got this stuff written down. So you can't say unwritten rule when people actually write rules down. Now it's not finite because everybody don't use it, but that doesn't, what does that mean? Just because everybody don't use it don't mean it's not rules to this thing.
What's your thoughts on that?
Verb been around. Verb
Hey fam, 101, what's going on, homie? How you feeling?
know that dude was gonna pack his lines. Verb know that Verb know that his voice is as big as Verb. You see what I'm saying? So the only way he can kind of compete with Verb is on that battlefield. So yes, he's going to rap for 45 minutes. He's going to rap 100 minutes, Verb, against you. He's going to, you know that. I know that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, how long did they have to prepare for this battle? I don't know. Like, I don't know the time.
I know they had some time. Like probably like a month, maybe. Like at
2
least from when it
years.
was announced.
A month is
2
great
years.
time for a tournament guy, which is Swamp. A month is not a great time for a nigga like Bird. You see what I'm saying? Bird could give you good 3-minute rounds in a month, yes.
Yeah.
So Big T seems kind of conflicted in itself, y'all. On one end, he's saying that it's cheating, and on the other end, he's saying you should expect him to cheat. And I told you, I'm not really blaming Big T because I don't want to blame the fans. I don't want to blame nobody because it's literally nothing over here other than what I do, telling you to stop judging battles like that. Literally, I'm the only channel that does this. Like, that's dumb. We should stop saying that only our opinion, like random opinions of how you judge battles. We should go by a criteria, you guys. We all men, we should be logical. And I've been screaming this for years. Now, some of them hint to that at times, but no. They still judge the battle randomly, however they feel, which is pretty suspect to me. If you go by your feelings, I'd rather go by facts or what we deem to be a fact. Collectively say, this is a fact. Yes, let's go by that. Not however the heck we feel that day. Gentlemen, ladies, it's okay, ladies, y'all can do that. Gentlemen,
Classy Bird where you got 3 and some change and some, you know what I mean? Hey, bitch,
Yeah.
you might need 2 months for that. You might need, you know what I'm saying? So,
Got you.
but a guy like Swamp that has went to the final round in the tournament versus JC that knew how to battle every 2 weeks is in a better advantage than Bird in this situation. So yeah, Bird probably, it might be just a piece of bread so big that Bird just couldn't turn it down. Piece of chicken on the table. That was
come on, you're starting to sound like a hater, Big T. Stay on subject. The man asked you about time limits. Do you think it should be time or not? And stand on it. Like, again, we're not gonna blame Big T too much because he don't know what to say. He ain't going by nothing. He's in the battle rap, random, dumb word, just like the rest of us. It's not like they got something that they go by. We just don't know about it. No. He got his own way he judged battles. Calico got his own way he judged battles. Everybody got their own way they judge battles. Which makes us literally the dumbest place to be in ever. Hold it down, Rankins!
no big Bird could turn it down. Because,
Let me ask you this, Big T. Like you mentioned this earlier, and then you mentioned again about as far as like these new guys, 2 weeks they can do it, but you guys need more time. I gotta ask, man. Well, like why? Does that make them a little better or a little bit like that they could actually come up with all that fire in 2 weeks, and y'all need more time? Are they like the new age? Are they better in a sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta ask.
again, I answer that. I think they're better in getting ready to perform on time. But better classic material, no. I don't think they're better innovative, pushing the envelope. I think if you get a show, they can be ready for a show. They could fill up they could be like undercards. You know what I mean? Like they put on some great
I mean, I get it, right? A part of being a good writer is maybe the speed, especially like typing, right? That's part of it, the speed. But how intricate, no. I still don't understand how, because you write fast, makes your material better. No.
car shows. But the
'Cause I
main
write pretty
event,
fast.
big, like stage at the end of the day, I just think I think it just needs to be a little more time in those man defense battles. But I feel like the new guys are better at getting their bars faster, locked in their brain to perform it. But I don't think there are better battlers than us. No. Once we get we're both at the same, like we both had a nice amount of time. I don't think they think of what we think of. And then you gotta understand, our pen just doesn't work for everybody like it used to. We 60-something battles in, seen everything, seen big stages, seen new niggas, little niggas. You know, some days you might need to wait for your creative brains to keep flowing. But his brain gonna work right away because he got you. You don't got you. Think he ever battle? Hell yeah, he going in the house every night writing for you.
Got you.
Hey, I might go get a drink. You feel what I'm saying?
Got you.
But this is
Yeah, this ain't like it's not like you battle Eminem, like Big T versus Eminem, where you about to be like, oh nah.
You don't see me. Like if I got him next week, you like, okay, you probably up there with his daughter playing, doing whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But another nigga, like that's just how it is. It's just different. And they were trained to get ready faster. We weren't.
Just admit it. Go ahead and say it, Big T. And we older. And we old men. Our brains don't work as fast as theirs. Just be honest.
Trained to get ready faster. You see what I do? That's a muscle. That's a muscle you gotta work on.
Yeah. Like even if they book you versus K-Rock, I could imagine for you that's a different mentality. That's a different guy you gotta tap into.
That's different mentality. That's own it. It's like you feel what I'm saying? Own that. We rock.
Yeah.
I'm on that with him. That's why I'm here. I'm on that with these niggas.
Got you.
Yeah. For a couple.
Okay. So, like I said, he ended up being kind of mixed up. But we're going to say it again. Hold it down, Chris. But at the end of the day, when it comes to time limits, y'all, yes, 100%, it should be, you should rap according to whatever time that both parties agree on. Period. This is a competition. It is rules, whether y'all will like it or not. And, boy, you know, it's unwritten rules. So, yes, you should go within the time limit. Make sure you're within the time limit. Like I said, I think it's the fairest with 3 minutes. If it's 3 minutes and 30-second grace period, you're allowed to rap 15 seconds under that without getting penalized. But if you rap anything under that, you start taking off for the person not bringing a full round. But the person who raps over the grace period, the guy who raps over the grace period, the 3:30, then you don't count no more of that round. Or, even better, y'all tell me in the comments which one is actually better. We either don't count it or start just taking off for that. Either way, I think, and what we do already at the rankings, is we just don't count it. We know there's a time limit, and that's what I did with the Verb and the Swamp battle. And Swamp still won under the time limit with the grace period. You know what I'm saying? Because Verb rap under the time a couple of times. But that's neither here nor there. That's up to him. I'm just going by what I know that they agreed on. That's the fairest. Go by the agreement, give them their grace periods, take off, penalize, give points. Same thing like any other sport. Salute to the game. Battle rap, how to judge battles 101, time limits. See everything. Y'all still in your A game, man. Holla at me.